Good morning. Good morning. It is time for Best Ball Breakfast, the show we do every Monday at 10 a.m. Eastern. Instead of eating breakfast, we eat a Best Ball Mania tournament on Underdog. Use promo code Pete. I've sold all my crypto, all my top shots, and now I'm just investing it all back into Best Ball Manias. I think that'd be a sound financial investment. Good morning, guys. How we doing? How we doing, Willis? We are going to hop in a best ball draft. Liam, you joined the wrong one. We are going to hop in a best ball mania. Imagine if I accidentally got us in a slow draft right now. I mean, after the randomizer debacle on, let's see, when was that? Thursday? I don't think I would ever be able to recover from accidentally joining a slow draft again on stream. So we are going to enter a 30-second best ball mania here in a second. Let me see. No, Phil, I did not sell. The FVVs, the Fred VanVleets, are in a vault. I will never sell them. I am simply kidding. Everyone is panicking. Elon Musk is shit posting, tanking the market. This is one of those times where you just take the price widgets off your home screen and you do other things like draft best ball teams. Let's see here. Michael, I had never seen someone more tilted about a $3 slow draft than you. I actually enjoy them. I'm in a bunch of the Best Ball Mania slow drafts. I like having a few of them going at once, but I understand your frustration. Let's hop into Best Ball Mania though, and we can go from there. I would assume I own the most Fred VanVleets, but I don't know. Well, I feel like one of those sites out there should be able to tell us, right? Can you like query by that based on user? Someone do that and let me know if I have the most Fred VanVleets. Good morning, Chris. How you doing? Liam, yes, Liam is my chess tutor. If you guys missed it on Saturday, I did a chess tutorial with Liam. Apparently, it was either massively entertaining or massively tilting for you. I am god awful at chess, but I have been in the streets. Liam, I feel like since we played on Saturday, I played a couple games on Sunday, and I plan to keep playing. I plan to keep studying, and we are going to get back together for a lesson later this week. And actually confirm that with Liam when I hop off the stream. So yes, if you like watching me be awful at chess and learning as I go, tune in to Liam and I's streams here. I'm doing a draft right now, Willis. How about you? Someone look it up for me. I lead. There we go. I lead with 132 FVVs. Where are you now, Wall Street Journal? Write an article about me, the FVV whale of NBA Top Shot. Yeah, Matty Joe can't hold my FVV jock strap. All right. Let's fill this. How are you? Look at this. Are you guys? We need 4 more to join this Best Ball Mania. I actually think I'm very excited now that we have the NFL schedule. We have our bye weeks. We know our playoff matchups. We know relative strength of schedule. I don't think any of those things on their own are going to lead to massive adjustments, but I do think when we are optimizing to win a very large field tournament, that stuff is very helpful. John Daigle had a good tweet thread looking at bye weeks. So I actually put some of these here. I think it's very helpful for the onesie positions where we're sometimes only taking 2 quarterbacks, 2 tight ends. He compiled a list of all the bye weeks. And so I plan to have this kind of cheat sheet up when I'm drafting. I think it's just nice to know, okay, if I draft George Kittle early, I probably don't want Chris Herndon or Adam Troutman to be my second tight end, because then you're going to be taking a 0 at the position one of those weeks, which isn't ideal. So again, these aren't hard and fast rules, but I think it's very good for breaking ties. And I'm a visual person, so I'm going to like having this stuff up while I'm doing my drafts. He also posted the week 17 stacks here, which again, I pulled up the rules here just to refresh us on how this large field contest is going to work when we have $1 million up top, 1,000,001. I should say. But this round 4 is a 160 person group. This is the week 16 when the 1,000,001 is on the line. You're going to have the best roster out of 160 teams. That's why this week 17 stack is so important. I mean, you really have to say, how am I going to have a higher score than 160 other teams who are going to already have similar players than me that helped me advance to the playoffs? I'm going to keep talking about this, but come on, how have we not filled this Best Ball Mania, guys? Hop into Best Ball Mania, $25. Let's get this filled so we can get started drafting. But I think that's why looking at these Week 17 game stacks, Atlanta, Buffalo, KC, Cincinnati, Carolina, New Orleans, Philadelphia, Washington football team, Arizona, Dallas, Los Angeles Rams, and Baltimore is particularly helpful, because you're starting to say, if one of these games, and these seem like the most likely to, soar over a total, I want to have a piece of that to give me exposure to a big game stack. Let's see here. Yeah, that's what we do. We're starting to give away all the secrets, Chris. Sam, would probably be sharp to do this with the early RBs in case you go fragile RB and you don't end up with 2 of your top 3 RBs with the same buy. Yeah, I think you could make a case for that. I mean, ideally, there's very few times I'm leaving a draft with 4 running backs. So theoretically, you're going to be covered there. But yeah, I think if you want to get super granular with it, those are the small edges we have to be hunting for. I think it gets a little it's a little tough in the fast drafts to do all this stuff, process it all in real time. It's a lot easier with the slow drafts, I think, to take in all of these considerations, but that's why we're just going to get a ton of reps here. Looks like our draft is underway. I got the 103 influencer spot. I believe last Monday I had the 101. We need to keep a running tally of my Monday slots. Who wants to be the Best Ball Mania breakfast accountant? 101, 103 to start here. All right. Yeah, that Daigle cheat sheet is nice. I'll look up that tweet thread after the show. I'll put it in the show notes too, so you guys can check it out. Yes, I feed my family off of small edges. Sam, I saw your engagement photos the other day. Very cute. And I'm being completely sincere. You guys are a very cute couple. Congratulations, Sam, on the engagement. The shoot looked very fun. Maybe someday I'll post my engagement photos, which were at Apple Orchard. I was apple picking in my engagement photos, Sam. All right, Christian McCaffrey. Oh, we got my guy, Dan G. Wing. I'm on the clock. I'm taking Saquon here. I have been seeing Derrick Henry now go 3. I think I still prefer Barkley. I feel like he's like a slight discount there if you're getting him at I got confused. I thought I was 1-4 there. I've been seeing Derrick Henry, and I think it's because ETR in their rankings has him 103, but I prefer Barkley. Let's see here. Yes, this is the thing. I will say to you guys, you don't always have to hop in these drafts. You could just watch, and then I could draft against Fish. But no, all the sharks have to come out in the morning. But this is how we get good, right? We battle against each other, and then we go and hop in the more public drafts, and we're ready to dominate. All right, let's get the grid view going up here. Happy Monday, Dylan. Happy Monday to everyone. It's starting to feel like summer around here, which means I'm just loading up on more streams. I know. I talk out of both sides of my mouth. I wanted it to fill for the show, but I would also like to not draft against people who are as plugged in as you guys every single time. But that's why I do. That's why I hop in the slow drafts. That is why I hop. Yeah. Tony, I'm already getting excited to draft best ball teams at the beach. I feel like that is one of life's greatest joys. It's like when people rank their top places to have a beer, ski beer, airport beer, first beer of vacation, first best ball draft on the beach. That's a good feeling. Let's see. There we go. Now we got the whole thing in here. All right, let's see how we're looking here in round 2. Obviously, I think everyone who's been shower beer. So I like shower beers. I've done them. They're not in my like top 5 to top 10. I think I'm always afraid of getting shampoo or body wash in the beer somehow. Maybe I need a more streamlined shower beer system. What was I going to say? I do think it's interesting. Leone wrote an article at Establish the Run talking about zero RB perhaps again being more viable this year in Best Ball Mania, with so many people now adopting the hyperfragile strategy. We've seen it be successful. We've seen a lot of people write about it. And then obviously Hertzig's team that took it down last year had the 4 running backs. So I think a lot of the people who are plugged in right now are funneling toward similar constructions. And I think that's where, opportunity is going to start to set up here. I'll be interested to see what, most of it looks like all of you who started with wide receiver in round 1, you did come back and get 1 running back. Let's see if Chris has the stomach. I did this start that Chris did. All right, you guys are cruising. I need to go back and pay attention here. Okay, I'm going to do a similar, you know what? I'm going to draft Kittle. I'm going to draft Kittle and give me that anchor at tight end. It looks like Chris right now is the only one set up to go with a 0 RB start. I'll be curious to see what he does. If he's willing to punt it to round 5 or 6, or if he's going to take a detour here in round 3 or 4. Those running backs after this first tier comes off the board are very gross. I think DeAndre Swift, who else is it? Miles Sanders, Chris Carson. Those are kind of the guys going in this range. It's a little tricky. It seems like with this crew though, it is going to be primarily wide receiver heavy here. I love that start from the 1 hole. McCaffrey, Metcalf, Ridley. I need to go look at my options here now. Most likely going to be taking a wide receiver here. When I look at the running back, actually, I might take CEH here, depending on what Danny Wing does. He takes Keenan Allen. I have been getting a lot of Michael Thomas in the 3rd. I don't have a ton of Clyde Edwards-Helaire, and I do feel like he's a tick ahead of those other guys I was just naming, the Swift, Carson, Sanders tier. So I'm going to grab CEH here. And then I'm going to be able to chill out at running back for a while, which is my preference. I do really think that round 4, 5, 6 is just such a sweet spot for wide receivers that's how I kind of want to play that right now. Yeah, let's see what Chris does here in the 3rd round after the Kelsey Hopkins start. I do love that start as well. We got Silas going with the 3 RBs to start. Henry, Antonio Gibson, Miles Sanders. And yeah, Chris loading up there with Amari Cooper. We talked about that week 17 matchup. There it is, Arizona, Dallas. Pretty nice there to get the Hopkins Cooper. Chris, I literally did that exact same start in a Best Ball Mania slow draft. I think I made the pick either this morning or last night. That exact same start. Kelsey, Hopkins, Amari. Not too shabby. And now this is where in my opinion, it just completely dries up here at running back. We see Sanders, Swift, Carson, Dobbins. I think Dobbins is overpriced at this point. There's so many things that have to break right for him, I think, to pay this off. He really has to be having some home run plays, because I just don't think the consistent pass work and goal line work is going to be there to make him your anchor. But I guess he's your 3rd running back here, and then we'll see if Law goes away from it. So I've been told they don't matter. Yep, Denny is running off on Silas with his high T start. I think we did, Chris. I think we did just become best friends. Pete versus Chris in the finals. Yeah, that's the thing. With how many teams are in this, there are going to be so many teams that have similar texture, similar form, constructions, similar players. And that's why at the end of the draft, it's so important to get a few of those flyers that are a little off the board, just to make sure because I do think we'll see very, very similar teams advancing in that group of 160 cohort. And then it's really where is your unique leverage at that point? All right. I need to go back here I'm definitely going to be taking a wide receiver. I can't really imagine taking anything other. I don't have any premium quarterback stacks I'm going after. It's not like I have a Diggs where I would consider an Allen. Like I said, this is a running back dead zone for me. I'm not taking that. I already took George Kittle early, so there's no need to go another early tight end. So I am firmly here on wide receiver. And I probably won't think too hard about the decision. I will probably play it roughly by ADP. As I know with you guys, I can't even talk out some of my dreams and hopes for stacks because they'll just get crushed. They will just get crushed. Uh-oh, Max the Animal. Dobbins very good. Look, I know Dobbins is good, but he is going to lose work at the goal line to Gus Edwards. He's going to lose it to Lamar Jackson. He's not going to catch a ton of passes. Yeah, he's a fragile pick there, but I don't mind it if that's your construction you're going for there. All right, Cooper Kupp goes off the board. I think I prefer Lockett to Thielen. I have just a little bit of my age bias there, and Lockett does feel cheap. I've seen a lot of people referencing that too, the disparity between DK Metcalf and Tyler Lockett's ADP. I'm more inclined to side on the fact that Tyler Lockett's undervalued rather than DK Metcalf being massively overvalued. So I like Lockett there. It also gives me an opportunity if I do want to get Russell Wilson. He'll probably be available to me maybe in the 6th, depending on how nice you guys are. But otherwise, we're going to keep stacking wide receivers here. I'll go back to the board after my pick. Yeah, I'm shocked. Eric Blair is not in this draft. Yes, the problem, Max, is that the talent doesn't matter, right? That's the point. It's just who's getting touches and where are they getting those touches. Chase in the 4th and Underdog, while in Yahoo, he goes in the 10th. Yeah, I've seen some of your boards on Yahoo. That's insane. A little bit different clientele drafting in these. Okay, I am going to continue to draft T. Higgins here. Happy to take him. Happy to give myself a crack at Joe Burrow if I need. I will start utilizing the queue just to make sure I'm not completely asleep at the wheel. Even if it burns me. Even if it burns me. All right, so this start, I like this start. I got 2 running backs, 2 wide receivers, George Kittle, which really frees me up at tight end. I have good options at quarterback. I can add Trey Lance to my queue as well with Kittle. Let's go back to the board. See how everyone. Okay, I love it. Chris is hammering the 0 RB build here. Kelsey, Hopkins, Amari, Chase, and Deontay Johnson. Very nice start there. It'll be interesting to see how he approaches running back. In my 0 RB builds, I think it's been tough to, ideally you're still trying to get most of your running backs by rounds, 10, 11, 12. I think if you do have some favorite flyers deep, it's possible to stretch that. I think guys like Phillip Lindsay, I still like some of the handcuffs like Darrington Evans, Savon Ahmed. I think even Javian Hawkins is kind of interesting because I don't really want to bet on Mike Davis being a stud for a full 17 weeks. So I do think when you are going that 0 RB build, you need to know where the running backs are that you like and how you can kind of zig and zag, because there's still other things you're needing to accomplish in here. Obviously, with the tight end and the wide receivers, you're freeing up some stuff, but quarterback ends up becoming a priority as well because you're wanting to get the stack with those. And, again, I was reading some of the ETR stuff, and, both Justin and Leone ideally are looking to get 2 of their quarterbacks before round 10 or 11, and preferably 2 with some rushing upside as well. So yeah, it's hard to accomplish every single goal you want, which is why it's nice to kind of reverse engineer drafts too, and know where you can kind of fit together your kind of construction needs late in the draft, because there are still some nice values stacked there. Let's see. Yeah, Gus is a great value. He's another good guy, I think, to take late. There's honestly a lot of good running back flyers late. All right, let's see what I'm going to be doing here at 6:10. We are okay. Let's see here. Let's see what Chris does here, our 0 RB guy. I also want to see. Okay. All right. So Silas is on the clock. I don't think Zanksy with Lamar is also going to take Russ. I could be wrong. I think I will maybe try to set up. Oh, I was going to take Tyler Boyd. Okay. Chris is going for that sack. I will go with, I'll go with Fuller then. Well, actually, maybe I just won't get cute. Maybe I won't get cute because I don't mind some of the wide receivers here. I'm just going to lock up Russ to lock it, and then I'll get best available wide receiver coming back. I figured I would be more tilted if I missed out on that quarterback stack there. And I do think I guess with Herbert would be the last guy of that tier there at quarterback before I think there's a drop off to that Hurts, Rodgers, Brady. And I know Chris is probably going to be locking up Burrow early now that he has Boyd and Chase. This is the thing. Chris says he wants to get in these drafts because of the plus EV. What about the negative EV consideration of me blowing up your spot, Chris, and talking about the exact constructions you're heading after? Did you think that one through, buddy? Exactly. I told you, I'm still going to make massive mistakes, but the more of these we do, the more easy it gets to broadcast, check in on the chat, and blow up people's spots while we draft here. Okay, sweet. I was going to take Fuller anyways, so then we get him coming back here. Who took Curtis Samuel? Zanksy. Zanksy took Curtis Samuel. Why are you? We're now at the point in the draft where everyone is mad at each other. We are now at that point, which is a great point to be in. Wow, Devonta Smith. It's a bloodbath out there, guys. I actually am curious with Silas taking Josh Allen there early without. I'm curious on it because I have no problem with taking the early quarterbacks, but I really do want it to be to complete a premium stack. The Kyler to Nuke, the Josh Allen to Diggs, the Russ to Metcalf or Lockett. Yeah, I think it's interesting to me to take them one off without that stack stuff there. But it looks like we're seeing that a decent bit. Corey did Dak with no stacks here. Let's see. Steel Curtain had the Mahomes to Tyreek, another one of those premium stacks where I think it definitely makes sense to reach here. I think these competitive drafts, you see how hard it is to stack because you're looking at a lot of these quarterbacks and not seeing any stacks here. Pretty big run on QBs, it looks like. Iron sharpens iron. That's what we're doing. Everyone's asking each other their decisions. Who took Murray? Where's Murray? I don't see it. Oh, there you go. Yeah. Everyone has their unstacked QBs. It was like that. You guys ever play the game Spoons? I don't even remember the exact mechanics of the game, but other than when the first person grabs the spoon, everyone else has to grab the spoon. And then whoever is left without a spoon is out. And then the game continues until you go around. That's what this quarterback room feels like, a game of spoons where someone grabbed it. It was like, I don't even care if I'm getting my sack. I'm grabbing a spoon. Okay. Yeah. We got some Spoons fans here. I haven't played that forever. That was a game I would play at with my at family reunions when I was young. All right. I probably need to get back in the lab now and start to think about some of my moves here. With Seattle, there's definitely not a ton on the radar in this part of the draft. When I look at running backs here, I still don't love this pocket of the draft for running backs. I'm probably in wide receiver mode still. Oh boy, Laviska. When you see Laviska staring at you. On the randomizer show on Thursday, Denny and I each had to project his catches. Denny said 76 and I said 84, I believe. Obviously lots of tomfoolery right now coming out of Urban Meyer's mouth down there in Jacksonville. I mean, it's going to be a tilting summer with Urban Meyer. He's Travis Etienne. He's already said he's going to use him as a wide receiver. Continues to talk about Kadarius Toney. Someone had a really good tweet about Urban Meyer nuking Travis Etienne and Laviska Shenault's value as if it were a 7-10 split in bowling. So yeah, that's going to be just a grand old time here. Let's make sure I'm not missing anything else here on the board. All right. Bye week 7 is brutal. Yeah, we can pull up those bye weeks here in a second. I am going to take Jarvis Landry here. I'm going to take Jarvis Landry. I do like with Landry, it's not too hard to get Baker Mayfield, Austin Hooper, even a Higgins if you like late. So he's a guy I'm happy to take there. It's kind of my thing with like the age bias is it's harder for me to stomach, Thielen in the 4th, but it's much easier for me to stomach a guy like Landry in the late 8th, who's just generally so consistent. I might consider taking a running back here. I might do it. Still good on tight end. This feels like a little bit of a wide receiver fall off spot. I think I'm going to take Ronald Jones. Here. Did it for my guy, Karain. Starting to kind of piece together that 0 RB. And because I want to just be getting out of this draft with only 4 running backs, I do want to prioritize a couple of these here in the mid rounds so I don't have to push to 5. I definitely think if I grab another running back in the next few rounds, I'll be comfortable with just 4. I know, man. I'm a changed man. I'm more of like I said last week, I don't have my guys yet this year. I haven't developed my strong convictions. So I'm really just playing things by ADP, ranks of people who are smarter than me, and, stacking considerations. I am sure as the season progresses, I will end up having my guys that I fall in love with, that I have way too much exposure to. But right now, I'm really trying to set aside my biases, knowing that there will be plenty of time for my biases to shine through. There's also something different too with best ball and managed leagues for getting your guys. When you're actively making those decisions each week, I understand the appeal of getting your guys more. I mean, you're just naturally more invested by putting them in and out of your lineup. Whereas with best ball, I feel like, I don't know, the way I sweat best ball, I'm not sweating. I'm going to have a ton of teams. I'm not going to be sweating them individually all year. It's just the portfolio that you check in on. I guess the way you have your guys is who you have big exposure to. Like last year when I had like 35% Laviska, and I knew I needed him to hit more than he did. At this point in the draft, I think, want to start breaking some ties in favor of concentrating on teams that I've started to make bets on. Obviously, we already have the Seattle stack going. Who took Trey Lance? God damn it. Trey Lance, ADP of 116 at pick 105 and unstacked. Come on, you're killing me. You're killing me, Hal I am. Oh, gosh. That one I thought I was going to be able to get. And I know Trey Lance is a trendy guy, but I still thought I was going to be able to get him at this pick. Now I have to start thinking about other considerations here. Tua with Fuller is a consideration. If I can click it. Let's see here. I won't let me get my cue. There we go. Tua, we got Baker with Landry is fine. Those are options. The last spoon, Trey Lance was the last spoon. That was brutal. Let's check in on the board. Let's see. What has Chris been doing with his 0 RB build? Absolutely hammering it. James Robinson, the first running back in round 9 for Chris. Wow. That might even be a more extremist 0 RB build than I've ever even attempted in Underdog. I think maybe round 7 is maybe the latest I've gone in Underdog without taking one. That's wild, Chris. Surely you're taking a running back here. Surely you are. Damn it. Hal also took Hardman, who I was going to take. It's getting gross out there, guys. It is getting gross out there. Chris takes A.J. Dillon. I like that pick. I think Dillon is one of the best 0 RB picks on the board right now. I also had my eye on Gabriel Davis. Thank you very much. Wow. The wide receivers have surely disappeared. Wow. I refuse to take Antonio Brown. All right. I guess I'm just going to draft Marvin Jones. God, that's gross. I guess this is what happens when we can now at least add Trevor Lawrence into our mix of quarterback options. This is what happens when Chris drafts all the wide receivers. This is what happens. We're playing spoons now with quarterbacks and with wide receivers. Spoon is also a nice motif here for the best ball breakfast theme. Both the game and the theme. Nice symmetry there we settled on. It is very tough. It is very tough. Yeah, there's no way he's in the stream. I agree, Phil. I think James Robinson at that spot is very nice. Who took unstacked Hardman? Hey, he wasn't making it. Or what spot are you, Mike? What's your handle? Because I was going to take Hardman if he made it back to me. So I think what I am going to do here, depending on what Dangy Wing does, what is he looking at? Herbert, he's got his 3 running backs, 4 wide receivers. Bateman, okay. Crane's been getting to you. I think what I am going to do here is take, there's no one I have to have right now. I'm going to take Trevor Lawrence and be done at quarterback. That is what I'm going to do. I think with Russ early and then taking a high upside rookie quarterback. I think I even saw Herzig and Leone both talking about this. This now frees me up here to really hammer tight end. And what this is also going to allow me to do, it's going to allow me to go 5 running back and 9 wide receiver. I think that's the construction I'm headed to because I'm done at quarterback and I'm going to only do 2 tight ends as well. So that's 4 positions. That leaves me 14 for the other. So I'll probably go 9 wide receivers, 5 running backs, which I don't mind. Oh yeah, you're Steel Curtain. Dangy going for the Vikings mega stack. That's right. He's got the Irv. Let's see what else. Thielen and Jefferson. Oh yeah, and Cook. Oh wow, yeah, that is the mega stack. Chris grabbing Gus Edwards. I wonder if he was influenced by our Gus Edwards call. I love it, Chris. A lot of people still do not have the stomach to go that extreme 0 RB, but I'm actually curious, Chris, would you have taken, am I reading the board right? Was Tony Pollard coming back? Would you have taken Tony Pollard there if he fell? I think in that construction, I would prefer Pollard over Brandon Cooks. The logic is that I have freed up my luxury pick by prioritizing quarterback early and tight end early. I guess there could be situations where if I felt like I ran into a bye week issue with those guys where I could maybe deviate from that. I could also grab 10 wide receivers if I want. It's ultimately going to be a luxury pick at the end because I think, only need 2 quarterbacks and 2 tight ends with this build. So it'll either be 4 and 10 or 5 and 9. Yeah, that's what I thought. Pollard is that ideal, I think, 0 running back. Him, Dylan. I do like how you filled it out, Robinson. I would not be surprised to see any of those guys be league winners. All right, let's see what we're setting up here. I do want to keep an eye on tight end. I think this is where I might add, despite you Sharks, I might add Gerald Everett to the queue. I think with Landry, I could add Hooper to the queue. What else are we seeing here with my Gesicki's already gone. Who is the tight end in Jacksonville? I mean, like, are we even messing with that? Is it Eifert now? Is that who we think is going to be the starting tight end in Jacksonville? He doesn't even have an ADP. Chat, let me know what who the starting tight end is in Jacksonville. Let's check in on the running backs. This might be a spot I might go running back. Oh God, I knew this was coming. Fine, maybe we'll take Tebow with our last pick. All right, I heard it. I hear everyone loud and clear. It's Tebow. I thought Tebow was a bit signing. I didn't know we were actually considering him. All right, we're gonna rack up some. We're gonna rack up some 0 RB stuff here. Let's go Latavius. Let's check in on our Week 17 Carolina New Orleans. We're going to head back over to wide receiver. Oh, thank you. All right. Everyone is very convinced that Tim Tebow is the starting tight end. All right. Is Tebow even in the underdog pool right now? Okay. All right. He does even as an ADP. Fine. I will add Tebow for everyone. I will add Tebow. All right. I'm going to be adding a wide receiver here. Let's see. I do not believe I have drafted Henry Ruggs yet this year. Now seems like a good time to draft Henry Ruggs. I actually prefer Henry Ruggs in best ball. He has a boom bust skill set. I don't want to deal with that in managed leagues. But in best ball, sign me up. Oh, yeah. I also wanted to look at some of the schedule stuff here. I had looked at what both Mike Clay and Warren Sharp had for easiest schedules. Mike Clay has Bucks, Falcons, Bills, Jets, and Dolphins. Warren has 49ers, Broncos, Browns, Dolphins, Bucks. So we see the overlap there. Bucks, Dolphins. Hardest schedules: Bears, Steelers, Lions, Rams, Bengals, Raiders, Steelers, Texans, Lions, Bengals. Easy to be bearish on the Lions this year, losing all their weapons and having one of the harder schedules. It is a tough pill to swallow for the Bengals too. A bit of a tough pill to swallow. But if they throw the ball 50 times a game, probably doesn't matter. Probably doesn't matter. Let's see. Yeah, no, the Tebow stuff. I mean, it's just like, I'm going to be so, I did a tweet about it where I was going to be so tilted if he's stealing Wildcat stats from Visca. Danny is on Kirk Cousins watch. Who wants to steal Cousins from Danny? We could do a best ball guy. I need to get fully into character. I need maybe 2 more weeks of best ball drafts. Get everyone out there playing best ball, and then we can drop the best ball guy vid. Oh, I mean, I already know where this is headed. This is headed to me drafting Tebow with my last pick, probably. The NFL tweeted Eagles, Cowboys, and Bucks the easiest. The NFL? Was it Goodell? Damn it, Jamie. You can't even make one mistake in the Fantasy Life newsletter 3 weeks ago without it haunting you for the rest of time. All right, I'm almost up here again. Let's see. Does Dangy's yeah, Philip Lindsay's ADP now. Who took Gerald Everett from me? Now that's not cool. What are you doing here? You took 3 God damn it. All right. Actually, what we will do is we'll grab Penny as part of our Seattle stack. We'll go with the Seattle super stack here with Russ, Penny, and now I'm done with running back. We now need to focus exclusively on wide receiver and tight end. I'm here to adapt. I can handle the heat. Let's see here. I will be taking Zanksy has 3 quarterbacks. Lamar, Fitz, and Matt Ryan. Zanks, that's too much, Zanks. Who took Hooper? Seriously, Zanks? Are you kidding me? God damn it. Now I'm staring at Tim Tebow here, the ultimate do not time out. Do not time out here. I still like Paris Campbell. And the Colts playoff schedule is pretty nice. I'm going to take Campbell here and continue to punt tight end, I guess. I think that's what we're going to do. Goodness. No, I'll let you guys continue to grab the tight ends here. I might now, let's see. No, I already went 5 running backs. So I am 1, 2. I might be forced to grab a third tight end. I might be forced. Zanks, you're in the chat? Zanks, what the hell are you doing, Zanks? Thank you for supporting the channel as a VIP member, by the way. I feel like Parham's going to single-handedly destroy the penis model when he catches 6 balls this year. But we can all hope. I mean, if you want to know what the Donald Parham experience is going to be this year, it's Mo Alley Cox all over again. That's what it is. Trust me, they're exciting, but massively frustrating for fantasy. I'm gonna end up drafting Tebow. Like, don't worry about it. That's definitely happening. Yeah, there are still tight ends that are completely serviceable at this stage. Let me go back to the board. Let's check in on Chris, Kenyon Drake, David Johnson. I mean, this is an incredibly well-rounded out 0 RB core by Chris. Love how he did this. And this is another thing too, for the types of running backs you're getting some guys who can sneak in goal line carries, getting some guys who have big, massive handcuff upside, getting some guys like David Johnson and JD McKissick who are going to catch passes, making sure that you're giving yourself multiple outs there at running back. I love how he did that. I think that's very well done. Let's see some other teams here. Get off my face, hammering wide receivers in these middle rounds looks nice. Oh, Willis took Cole Kmet. All right. Tight end is getting dry. The one thing I don't like about grabbing my 5th running back there earlier is just if some of these best values available end up being running back, I mean, I'm capped. In the same way, I'm done taking. That is the one thing when you prioritize those early, is then you box yourself out of getting to scoot value, because construction wise, you're already locked in. I'm not drafting a 6 running back, no matter how good the value is. Yeah, this is on my radar. This is on my radar. I do think I'm going to take Herndon. I like Herndon a decent amount. I feel like things are lining up almost even better than it did for him last year when he was a super trendy sleeper. But man, we just absolutely obliterated wide receivers in this draft. It got so gross. Oh yeah, now I just did my thing, my double bye week. Imagine putting a cheat sheet for bye weeks at the top of the show and then not looking at your own cheat sheet. That's what we just did. Who just took Eskridge? Did someone take Eskridge? Okay, no, I was already tilting that. All right, we are going to draft Eskridge here. We'll continue with our Seahawks super stack. And now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So now we're probably going to take another tight. It's going to end up being Tebow. Is Tim Tebow going to be our week 6 savior? Let's look at the Jags schedule. Let's see who the Jags play in week 6 to see how many touchdowns. Where is this? Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The Dolphins. The Jags at home versus the Dolphins. Tim Tebow scores 3 touchdowns. That's the narrative we're telling ourselves. Casey is talking me into O'Shaughnessy. I feel like I have to take Tebow for the bid equity at this point. Yes, that's exactly what I said. That's why I'm now taking 3 tight ends instead of I am honestly still completely fine with the construction here. I mean, I ended up with 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 wide receivers. With as poor as tight end is anyways, I honestly don't think it's a death sentence to take a 0. Again, I should have broken the tie away from the double bye week. Again, that was the whole point of this fucking exercise. I'm not tilting. But it isn't a death sentence at all. I don't want to take Tebow. I absolutely do not want to take Tebow. Yeah, wow. The chat is very conflicted on how to play this Jacksonville tight end situation. Yeah, you're right, Jonathan. I do have to consider the big bid equity here. I do. This draft went by fast. We draft very fast. This is going to end up being almost a sub 45-minute draft, I think. That's crazy. Yeah, sorry. I'll show the board here in a sec. Here you go. You know what I'm going to do? I am pulling this up in a separate window so we can look at it even when the draft ends. That's what we're going to do. Here's the board. Here is the board. Josh Palmer. This is the fun stretch here. Des Fitzpatrick, Amon-Ra St. Brown, Travis Fulgham, Cornell Powell, Josh Palmer. All right, guys. We're going to take Tim Tebow for the bid equity. I mean, it was destiny all along. I mean, I looked up who they were playing. We're just doing it. We're just taking Tim Tebow for the bid equity. There it is. It's done. It's done. I took Tim Tebow. His bye week isn't even in the system. Lou, it sounds like an awful idea. I tried it. I tried it Thursday and I bailed on it in about 3 minutes. Corey going 4 QBs? Corey. I don't think you need 4 QBs with Dak early. I think you're good with Dak and Brady, honestly. I think you got influenced by me saying what a bad schedule Detroit had. And then you're like, I just got to scoop him as my QB3. Misclick. 2 misclicks, Corey? 2? All right. The draft is completed. This will work out. We can look at the boards here. Who wants their team reviewed? Who wants their team reviewed? We've already taken a look at Chris's team. He ended up going with Carson Wentz, Roethlisberger, and Watson at QB. That's going to be tough. That is going to be tough. I do think for Chris, taking a detour in here and one of these to grab a quarterback, I think would be my ideal way to play 0 RB in best ball, because it's really hard to envision a Wentz, Roethlisberger, or Watson, I think, putting up the massive stats across 3 playoff weeks. I think for me, that feels a little thin. All right, let's look at Willis's here. Willis from the 11 hole started with Diggs, Eckler, Allen Robinson, DJ Moore, then gets Hunt. I think Hunt in the 5th is nice. Kyler, an unstacked Kyler, then double taps tight end, Hawkinson, Goddard, Cole Beasley to go with Diggs, Darnell Mooney to go with Allen Robinson's, completes that stack with Justin Fields. So you have the Fields, Mooney, Robinson. That's the premier. Finally get a stack with Kyler with Rondale Moore in the 12th. Don't mind that at all. I think Singletary is a super nice value. I haven't drafted him yet, but I think in the 13th, again, one of those situations. I mean, last year he was going in the 5th round. I mean, has that much changed? I know his prospects aren't as good as they were last year with the hopes that he would fend off a rookie, but I don't think it's enough to demote him to the 13th round. I also love Phillip Lindsay there. I think that's one of those situations where it could be very gross at the beginning, but I would not be surprised at all to see Lindsay emerge down the stretch as the main guy there. He completes the super stack there for the Bears with Cole Kmet. Also, the full super stack, Damian Williams there. Obviously, if Montgomery gets hurt. Oh, wow. You did the super duper stack and Anthony Miller. To me, I do think that might be too much. Unless you absolutely love the schedule. I mean, I understand super stacking, the Chiefs, the Bills, the Cardinals, Cowboys. I don't know if super stacking a Bears team makes a ton of sense unless you are just making the bet that Fields is going to be, you need Fields to be a top 5 quarterback, I think, for that to pay off. Oh, and Anthony Miller. I'm calling it, Willis. I think you drafted too many Bears. I'm going to say it. I think you drafted too many Bears. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think 6 Bears might be too much. Let's see. All right. Everyone hated. I don't think we're going to find out if we hated it. I think we just hated that you were sniping us, the whole time. Let's check out Zanks here from the 1 hole. No, I loved your start here. McCaffrey, Metcalf, Ridley, Gaskin, Lamar, Curtis Samuel. I do feel that seems a little rich. Mostert, I think in the 7th is very nice. Logan Thomas. So I think one thing I noticed here is you completed your stack, but it seemed, I would have to double check ADP, but it seemed like you paid a premium for a lot of these guys. As far as where you took them, Samuel, Logan Thomas, and Fitzpatrick all before round 10 feels a little expensive. Matt Ryan to Ridley, nice stack there. And also I would just say when you draft Lamar Jackson, I really only want to be drafting one other quarterback. So I think getting 3 quarterbacks through 10 rounds, I think there's just too much opportunity cost there. I think if you skip on Lamar Jackson and then you grab, Fitzpatrick and Ryan here, I think that makes a lot more sense. But I just think this is too much capital on quarterbacks and too much invested in this Washington stack super early. You do come back and get Russell Gage. I like how you're staying team specific here. You got Terrace Marshall as a flyer because you're making a bet on Carolina. And then, yeah, I'm just mad at you for stealing Austin Hooper from me, but obviously you needed another tight end there. Yeah, I guess that one's close. Logan Thomas and Austin Hooper. I would much rather have a third tight end in this build. I would much rather shift one of these quarterbacks to a third tight end, I believe. And then also, I would not handcuff Christian McCaffrey. I mean, we're trying to get first place. We're trying to win $1 million and $1. And so for that to happen, you need Christian McCaffrey to go nuclear for the whole season. If McCaffrey goes out, you're sunk already. So I would take a different flyer than Chuba Hubbard at the end of the draft. Corey, we will never normalize 4 QBs. You can say you misclicked for a third QB, but you could not say you misclicked for both a third and a fourth QB. Let's take a look at Silas. People seem to like Silas's team here. Derrick Henry, Gibson, Miles Sanders. So starting with that hyper fragile, let's just scroll down. He ended up taking one more running back, Alexander Madison late. Yeah, I can review that team. So I like that. Cooper Kupp, Josh Allen, Anderson, Devonta Smith, Laviska Shenault. I saw Eric Beinfor write up Robbie Anderson as one of his favorite values in his Roto Grinders article. Check that out if you guys haven't. Let's see. Laviska, Noah Fant. I think Noah Fant's a great first tight end here. Let's see how you rounded out your tight end. So you had Noah Fant, Ferkser, and to go with Tannehill, which I like. So just 2 tight ends there. Okay. That is a little dicey here. I think, how many wide receivers did you end up going with? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, that's tough. I might have wanted a third tight end there. But again, you're making a bet on Noah Fant, taking a leap. You need Noah Fant to be a top 5 tight end this year for that construction to work out. I like how you rounded out the Titans stack. I think that's a super affordable stack. I like how you just banged it out right there. Tannehill, Ferkser, Reynolds, Tyrell Williams, Amari Rodgers, Kendrick Bourne, Isaiah Hodgins, just peppering wide receivers at the end. I like that construction from Silas. Silas hates his team. All right, let's look at Steel Curtain here. Tyreek Hill, Najee Harris, Chris Carson. It's immediately hard for me to stomach just because I'm not big Najee or Chris Carson guys. I will say if you go Najee, Chris Carson, and then you also go Harris and Fournette here, I think 4 running backs through 9 rounds. I think you take the feet off the gas of running backs. I probably wouldn't take McKinnon at that point because, especially with also taking the quarterback early, I think I want to get more wide receiver flyers there. What did you do at tight end? So you did just grab Daniel Jones to round it out with Mahomes. I think that's a good 2 QB pairing. Tight ends, Evan Ingram, Jonnu Smith. Yeah, again, I think those are close calls for going 2 or 3 as far as Ingram and Jonnu Smith there. I think that's ultimately going to be one of the tougher decisions because there are so few elite tight ends to naturally just go to. And it's going to depend what you did otherwise. But because you were able to prioritize quarterback, I kind of think I would have gone 3 tight ends in that build. Galladay, Claypool, Samuel, Perriman, Shepard, Hamler, Demarcus Robinson, and Cornell Powell. Yeah, this team is fine. I think I'd like to see maybe a little bit more stacking. But yeah, it's I like what you did with the Giants there. Shepard, Ingram. I think that's a reasonable stack. Pete, I'll bet you this entry fee that my 4 QB piece of art finishes better than yours in this contest. Okay. Deal. Someone, I'm going to need to keep track of all these bets. We're going to need to keep track of that, but Corey, please write that down. I'm curious why, what's your disagreement with my team here? Let's see. I will go look at mine one more time here. We'll go back to this view to look at my team if I can. Russell and Trevor Lawrence, Kittle and Herndon. I do really like my teams the most that are very fragile at the 1Z positions. I like getting the elite guys there, just banking that they have a top 3 season and then piece together some upside behind them. Completely happy with my running backs here: Saquon, CEH, Rojo, Murray, and Penny. I think those guys can definitely carry the load. I do think ideally messed up on that bye week thing. I would have one more wide receiver flyer here to add to it, but I think a Lockett, Higgins, Fuller, Landry, Jones, Ruggs, Campbell, Eskridge. I think those are all the type of wide receivers I'm happy to fill out my best ball crew with. Like I said, I think the only thing I would do differently here is not double up on bye weeks and maybe wait to take my 5th running back later, just so I had some more flexibility with that, because there are 0 running back candidates I like in the draft. I think the domino that really hurt me was getting sniped on Gerald Everett. I was fully prepared to add Everett as my 2nd tight end. I think that's one of the best ways to handle tight end, is just completing the stack there with the quarterback. And then that sent me down a road of poor decisions, of then doubling up on the bye, grabbing Penny too early to add another Seahawk. So I think that was my point of failure, but still otherwise happy with this construction. All right, guys, we will continue to do this every Monday morning. I know some people in the Discord were asking about guests. I definitely plan to get some guests on here going forward. I wanted to get a few of these under my belt, and not everyone is up at 10 a.m. Eastern to hop on here, but definitely want to use this to be a more strategy focused show. We continue to watch kind of ADPs move throughout the season. And yeah, hopefully get some sharps. We can get guys like Leone and Herzig and those guys, Bime 4, who are deep in the best ball streets, to kind of share what they're thinking about going forward. Yeah, so we will continue to do these on Mondays. My show schedule now is getting smoothed out. Mondays, best ball breakfast stream. Tuesdays, we have Club Top Shot. Wednesdays are my busy day. I don't know if we're doing Swolecast this week, but then we have lulls and ship chasing. Thursday, randomizer draft. I have a guest booked. Andy Holloway from the Fantasy Footballers will be my guest on Thursday. I will circulate that link in the Discord. If you guys want to hop in there, you can become a member for the randomizer royalty, or if you're a club VIP member, you have access to that channel, and that's where we brainstorm prompts for the randomizer draft. So very excited to have Andy on the show on Thursday. Friday, we have Splash Play, and then yeah, I need to touch base with Liam. We'll get another chess stream later this week as well. So yeah, that is my schedule. And yeah, if you haven't signed up on Underdog, I'm absolutely begging you to use promo code Pete when you check out. And yeah, have a great week, guys. We'll see you around.